Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in Pagan Perspective. This week we have two questions. I'm going to go with the first one first and the second one second after I answer the first. Seems logical. So the first one comes from Hercules1, and they ask, how do you handle and do offerings to the gods, spirits, ancestors, and so forth? Furthermore, how do you properly handle disposing of offerings in a proper and respectful manner? Okay, first of all, whenever I first started out, about for a year, I didn't do any offerings or communion, as I call it, just because I didn't think it was necessary in my path. And then whenever, I made that connection more with communion and the spiritual aspect of communion, of taking it in and, participating and, giving it out, it gave me a deeper connection with what it is actually doing. Giving a part of yourself or receiving a part from somebody else and sharing it between one another, either in food or in drink. So now whenever I do my communion part of the ritual, it's usually towards the end, because for me that's whenever, communion would be during church, is towards the end of the service. But before I do my ritual, obviously I want to have everything that I need in one room, so I don't have to cut a door in the circle, go down, get everything, bring it back up, restart, or get back into the mood. So I'll put all my cakes on this little plate or some other plate, and I'll bring it up. Usually I'll set it right over here on this desk, which is very handy. And if you hear noises, it's the cats outside the door. They were playing in here and being kind of loud in the last taking of this video. But I'll put my cakes on there. I'll usually put a type of fruit juice or wine or punch or something in here in my chalice, and I'll put that on the water element altar because it is a liquid, and to me a liquid water, hey, how can I make that connection? So I have my cakes and ale, if you want to call it ale, even though most of the time it isn't alcoholic in any nature. But then during the ritual, I do my thing, go down to the very end of it before I, thank everybody for being here and, take up the circle and all that. I do my communion. And basically for me, what it is I will sit down and I'll say, I hope this food is satisfying to you, and I hope this drink is satisfying to you. Or some people will say, may you never hunger, may you never thirst. Either way is fine. If you want to get more Abrahamic with it, you can do something of the variation of, this is my body, this is my blood, something of that nature. Disposing of the cakes and ale that you have offered up. And I put them in this little leaf type bowl, and it is sitting on my altar, usually at the ancestor section of my altar, because usually I give food and drink to my ancestors, not necessarily to my God, or if I have any other gods present in my ritual. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really depends on the situation. But I'll take the offerings that I put into this bowl, I will take them outside, and at the very back end of my property, I have a fenced-in backyard. I think you all have seen it. But I have where I'm neighboring on nobody on the backside of my property. So I go out there and I will take the offering and I will put it over the fence so the dog doesn't get it, but nature still can. Whether it be little squirrels or, just any, type of, anything that will feed off of it. So, or it will just decay into the earth and become one with the earth again. So that is my way of giving an offering and also disposing of an offering in a respectful manner. The second question is from Linnifer Ledoppel. And they write, "This may be silly, but I was wondering if you could explain to me how to properly pick a flower or other kind of plant. I feel so apprehensive when I see a clover or a flower and go to pick it. Do you need to use offering stones? I am making offering stones, but what should I do in the meantime? Or what should I do if I don't have anything to offer?" Okay, for picking flowers, I don't necessarily ask permission. I know a lot of other people do, and it is something that you should do. For something such as, getting wood for a wand or something like that, I would prefer a naturally fallen tree or naturally fallen limb. But for picking flowers, even though it is still life force, I usually forget to ask permission. So for me, if I notice, yes, okay, I picked this flower and I didn't give an offering, I didn't ask for permission, how can I make it up to them? One suggestion that I found is that you use saliva, because it is a part of your body, a part of your bodily fluids that you can give back to the earth. And if you do it in a respectful manner and not in a demeaning manner, it is actually, one of the preferred ways of giving an offering. Of course, you can always give like cornmeal or something of that sort, if you have a little baggie of it, taking it around or whatnot. But that's about all that I have on the picking of flowers or, any other plant. So, yeah, I think that's about it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make next week's video too, and then after that, I believe we have subs. And on that note, we do have new subs, and I believe Carr is still in the process of trying to figure out which one's got the most votes. So, I'm pretty sure that's about it. So until next week, may you have a good day and a better tomorrow. Bye-bye.